A Michigan State Police trooper has been suspended after a video surfaced of him on social media in what appears to show the trooper punching a man who appears to be handcuffed following a traffic stop. Our Mid-Michigan Now reporter Alexis Ware has been taking a close look at this video, joining us now in studio. Alexis.
Well, Dave, Michigan State Police say the incident happened Monday night in Saginaw after a traffic stop. They say the suspect was allegedly driving under the influence when the stop occurred. This is video received from a man who tells us he recorded it all from his cell phone. He gave us permission to use it. We are blurring the video of people involved because at this time, no charges have been filed. The Michigan State Police also confirmed to me they are investigating the incident recorded in this video. In the video, you hear police officers asking the suspect to get into the car repeatedly. You can also hear people telling the person in handcuffs to listen to troopers. It was then when the video appears to show a trooper in a bulletproof vest punch the person who appears to be in handcuffs several times. Michigan State Police say the person who appeared to punch the suspect is a 4-year veteran of the state agency. In the video, you see and hear an officer go towards the camera after the suspect is placed in the police car to explain what they say happened. Now, prominent leaders in the Saginaw community are speaking out against what happened Monday night.
It was very disturbing seeing an officer strike an individual. Despite the situation and the circumstance, they were trying to make an arrest or complete an arrest, but there's a real question of whether or not, what we saw in that video was warranted. I think if an arrest is in progress, and you've been explained your rights and you've been explained why you were stopped and why the arrest is necessary, I encourage people to go ahead and comply, and seek their rights once they get jailed.
Now, State Police Colonel Joe Gasper released a statement saying, in part, department policy strictly outlines use of force and consistent with training troopers receive, specifically prohibits the use of force that is objectively unreasonable or excessive in any scenario, end quote. MSP did not specifically say if the actions taken by the state trooper were against that policy. The investigation still is ongoing, and again, the trooper was suspended. The Saginaw County Prosecutor's Office said once their investigation is complete, the findings will be reviewed for potential criminal charges and ultimately referred to the Michigan State Attorney General's office. You can read the complete Michigan State statement, the Michigan State Police statement at MichiganNow.com. Dave, back to you.
Thank you very much. And we looked at the state police official order on use of force. Section 711C says, quote, enforcement members shall only use force which is objectively reasonable under the totality of the facts and circumstances to overcome a subject's resistance, to make an arrest or maintain proper custody of a prisoner. When a resisting subject de-escalates his or her resistance, the enforcement member shall also de-escalate the amount of force used proportionately.
Residents and community leaders say it's a good first step having Flint's Ethics and Accountability Board show up at the city council meeting earlier this week. But some are wondering now, what's next? Mid-Michigan Now's Remy Murray is live outside City Hall with more on this. Remy, good morning.
Yeah, Mike, it's a big question coming from one Flint resident. She tells me she feels hopeful after Flint's Accountability and Ethics Board president visited City Council on Monday night. However, she says she wants more to be done, even if it means disciplinary steps.
It's beyond being sick and tired. We're beyond that point.
Flint resident Licia Williams lives in the First Ward. She's also a community activist who wants more for her city, but at times she admits feeling hopeless as she watches council argue for hours without getting anything done.
We're tired of it. We're tired because we're not moving forward. It's continually to shed a gray cloud over our city of lack of poor leadership.
She felt some light shine on Flint when the city's Accountability and Ethics Board president, Alan Gilbert, arrived at the council meeting Monday night. However, she still finds herself wondering,
what's next? Is it going to stop?
Community leaders like Bishop Chris Martin call for the Accountability and Ethics Board to recommend removing people from City Council. He also wants residents to use their recall power to put the right officials in place.
People are not going to want to establish businesses in the city of Flint if they feel that the city has a dysfunctional council that cannot get just simple resolutions passed or tax abatements, things of this nature.
Meantime, Williams suggests the board considers training programs for City Council.
We do have great leaders in City Council. We do. We're not looking to pull somebody out of that council seat, but what we are saying, we're beyond sick and tired. And we are saying we're glad that Pastor Gilbert came in and spoke on the behalf of the residents because of the complaints and the concerns.
President Alec Gilbert says the board doesn't have the ability to remove people from council, but they will make recommendations based on what they believe is best. The board is also allowed to start investigations into council, and that's a process they've already begun.
The residents of the city of Flint deserve better. We want better.
A former auto plant is getting new life. Chevy Commons will now be a state park thanks to Governor Gretchen Whitmer's Building Michigan Together plan.
The $4.8 billion infrastructure bill invests in roads, bridges, and dams across the state of Michigan, but also invests money in Genesee County's first state park. In July, Governor Whitmer announced Chevy Commons would become a state park. Up until that announcement, every county in Michigan had a state park except Genesee County. Now, funding in this bipartisan bill will include $30.2 million to the park. The money will be used to improve trails and will also create more kayak launches along the Flint River.
These changes are significant, but they're also honestly symbolic as the city continues to recover and heal from both a water crisis and a pandemic.
The Michigan Department of Natural Resources says visits to state parks across Michigan increased during 2021.
People's quest for the out of doors and the relevancy of open spaces became very apparent.
While mitigation efforts have been done over the years at Chevy Commons, Governor Whitmer says since she signed the bill, the money will become available immediately.
Ready to start moving dirt. So it'll be, the question for the DNR, how far along we are in the planning process when we can actually literally start moving dirt, but we're ready to go, and these dollars are deployed very, very quickly.
As for when people in the community can start seeing the changes?
Probably within 12 months, you'll see some changes made, provided that we get a good contractor.
The governor says this will have an economic impact on the Flint community because she says parks bring people to the area.